Greetings and welcome back to Doctor Who Revisited, where I go through every single episode of Doctor Who from 1963 all the way to 2023 and review them. And this next one is an old classic and an old favorite, Carnival of Monsters. This is, of course, another Robert Holmes Barry Letts classic. And I mean, from the first frame, the first image you see, you can tell it's a Robert Holmes flick because the imagination, the creativity, the world building could only come from the mind of Robert Holmes, especially considering the episodes he's given us so far. And, as someone with advanced knowledge of what's coming, yeah, this could only come from the mind of Robert Holmes. The planet itself, Intro Minor, it looks creative. It doesn't look. It's not beautiful. It's not stunning like some other planets, but it looks different. It looks. I don't know what else to say besides lived in. It looks like a proper functioning planet. And again, if you can ignore the cheap looking sets and the makeup and whatever, it just looks like a planet that could exist in another distant galaxy, which is exactly what it is. And the Intraminorians, I'm pretty sure that's how you say that, their mannerisms, the way they speak, the way they refer to themselves, that's already, for lack of a better word, alien. There really is no other way to say this, and it just gets weirder and crazier from there when we see Vorgan Shurna, or Shurna, it's probably Shurna. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the name. You see them pop out of the spaceship and unzip the spacesuits and whatever, and you see their attire and like, oh yep, this is Doctor Who. This is definitely a Doctor Who something. This is as Doctor Who-y as you can get. And then the Doctor and Joe show up, and it's like a completely different episode. Suddenly they're on a ship. They're on the SS Bernice. They're being arrested as stowaways. There's a Plesiosaurus that just pops out of nowhere. What the hell? Where are you going with this? What is the meaning of this? And how does this connect to this? And you slowly start to figure that out as the plot goes along, and then just near the end of the episode, the first part of the serial, when you realize that this whole time the Doctor and Joe were inside a tiny microscopic aquarium or terrarium with actual people being taken out of time, and everything else that you've been seeing with Vorg and the Interminorians, they're just outside looking at them. Oh my goodness, how did they come up with this in the 70s? This is brilliant. Genius writing, genius level world building. Again, of course, visual effects being what they are, the giant hand coming in and picking up the TARDIS. It is what it is, but this is just a storytelling on a whole other level. And like I said previously, it just continues to get weirder and crazier from there. And the Doctor and Joe eventually break out of their little tiny section of the miniscope and go start traveling outside. Well, not really outside, but just more like inside the circuits and the motherboard or whatever. And I mean, the set design there is incredible. I mean, just seriously, just try to, for a second, picture the life of a Doctor Who set designer back in those days, and especially on an episode like this. Okay? 1 minute, you gotta design an authentic 1920s ship, the SS Bernice in this case. You gotta design an alien planet with an alien spaceship and alien aliens. Then you got to design the inside of a machine, but bigger, so that people can actually walk around in. That's crazy. And that's on top of the location filming for the swamp and marsh scenes. And trust me, we'll get to those. But just the design-wise, the set design is top-notch in this episode. And one of the main reasons why this episode is so great for me. And yes, you know what? Let's stick around and talk a little bit about Vorg's outfit and Sherna's outfit. Because, yeah, costume design also does a bit of a crazy thing. I love how the crazy, wacky, colorful costume of Sherna and Vorg clash with the gray, monochromatic, for lack of a better word, boring attire of the Intraminorians and the what are they called? The functionaries. Yeah, someone might argue that that the outfits are a little bit similar to the Time Lords that we've seen in the previous episode, which maybe they just took the same costumes and just repainted them, which is both cost effective and kind of helps sell the idea that you're not really there wasn't a lot of work put into those costumes as opposed to Vorg and Sherna's costume. That's the part of the whole idea there. So yeah, I just love these amazing contrasts within Doctor Who episodes. This is why some of the best Doctor Who episodes are some of the more imaginative and creative. And yes, I do enjoy some of the slower, subtler episodes, but I think Doctor Who is one of those franchises where the creativity is endless, boundless. The sky's the limit. All of time and space is the limit. As a matter of fact, no, scratch that, throw it out the window. There is no limit to the level of creativity in Doctor Who, and it's on full display right here in this episode. And oh my goodness, the Drashigs. I just love the design of the Drashigs. The sound effect is amazing, and just the fact that they have like these 6 bulging, what I'm assuming is eyes, and yet they can't see. They follow by smell. First of all, it's a very clever way of having when we have such a big, massive threat like the Drashigs, especially the way Vorg presents them. It's always smart to nerf them a little bit, to say that, oh, they can't see you, they're just following by scent. So this kind of gives the Doctor and Joe some time to get away, because they're not going directly towards them, they're just following the trail that they left behind, which means that there's going to be some time before they catch up to them. They're going to catch up to them eventually, but this just gives them some extra time, some extra wiggle room, if you will, to save themselves. And yeah, and I love some of the scenes with the Drashig on the boat, somehow replacing the Plesiosaurus. Now, of course, again, visual effects being what they are, I think they did the best they could under the circumstances. And I think, all things considered, the fight scenes with the people on the boat, on the ship, versus the Drashig looks pretty great. And I just love the scene in the marshlands where the Doctor just uses the sonic screwdriver to ignite all the gases in the swamp, sort of triplicate the flammability. Guess that episode. But yeah, I just love the effect. It looks like they really did pour a lot of budget into the explosives and pyrotechnics in this episode, because those explosions were great. They really very much remind me of one of the episodes from the Sea Devils, where the Doctor just detonates the landmines. Perfect, great. I love it. And also a great distraction for the Drashigs. And again, effects being what they are, I actually like the scene of the Doctor just walking out of the miniscope and then slowly expanding and growing. The green screen is what it is, but it's nice. It's great. Now, once the Doctor actually goes back to full size, I just love the fact that he shows everybody why he's the boss, right? He just starts putting people in their place. Doesn't matter if you're some random guy who happens to own the machine he was just walking around in a few minutes ago, or if you're the leader of the planet or the brother of the president or whatever. He's gonna ask you questions and you are going to answer. That's a trait that all the Doctors possess, is that they can just get people to talk to them and tell them the truth just randomly. And it's still going on with the Doctor today. I have no idea how the Doctor does it, but I mean, it's the Doctor. I guess it's part of the Doctor's presence. And speaking of which, I love the fact that they address the fact that it was the Doctor who actually got the Time Lord's ban miniscopes. I love anything that has to do with uh, the Doctor's life before leaving Gallifrey is fascinating to me, and I think the Third Doctor showcases these that aspect of the Doctor more than any other Doctor. And of course, it's only a few episodes from now, actually about a season and a half from now, where we get the Hermit, which was already mentioned in the Time Monster. But yeah, this Doctor actually likes to talk a lot about his past, some adventures we haven't seen yet because, well, they were before the show started technically. This Doctor does that more than any other Doctor, and I love it. So, yeah, if there's only one major nitpick I can say about this episode is I'm not the biggest fan of the interplanetary politics on Entra Minor. Like, I think the whole debate of what was the guy's name? I can't remember. I think it was Michael Wisher who played him, but him trying to overtake his brother's place as president and lead the planet uh, to essentially send it backwards from the progressive movement that his brother is now trying to promote on the planet. Yeah, I could have done without that. It's kind of pointless. Didn't serve anything because it ends up getting him killed by a Drashig, and it makes Vorg look like the hero by the end of it. But yeah, like I said, it was kind of boring and unnecessary. Much as I enjoy hearing the Interminorians interacting with each other, and like I said, the way they refer to themselves is one cannot simply walk into Mordor or whatever they say in that episode. I like that, but the rest of it, I think, just really it drags from the pacing of the episode. But it doesn't hurt the episode too much because the episode itself is still great, in my opinion. So, yeah, the Doctor has a new dematerialization circuit, and he can travel anywhere now, anywhere he likes, anywhere he wants. Of course, where he wants to go is Metabilis 3, but will he get there? We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, I know the answer to that, but um, you will just have to wait and see what happens to him once he gets to Metabilis 3 and what he brings back from Metabilis 3. But that is enough foreshadowing for now. These are my thoughts on the episode. I really like it, and I hope you like it too. Let me know if you do in the comments below, and I will see you in the next episode. So until the next one, everybody, Drashings! Couldn't find a better way to end the episode. Goodbye. Hi there! Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.